Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
There's this really deep human thing, right? Wanting connection, finding love.
Sharing your life. Yeah,
Exactly. But gosh, for so many people, it feels like there's this invisible wall that knot in your stomach.
Mm-hmm. That's self-doubt.
Right. That anxiety, that shyness, it can feel like totally solid, stopping you from even trying to find those relationships you want. So what if? What if our sources could show us a way, not just to kind of push past it, but to actually like dissolve that wall?
And connect authentically.
Yeah, connect with people you're really genuinely attracted to.
That is exactly the challenge these sources tackle, like head on. This deep dive is all about figuring out and hopefully ending that struggle with dating anxiety, social shyness. It's just packed with insights, getting to the root of why people feel so stuck, helpless sometimes.
Yeah, stuck is the word.
And it offers this like roadmap, really, for building real connections, whether you're trying to navigate a party.
Oh, parties are tough.
Totally. Or just, a one-on-one coffee date. Or maybe you're just getting back out there after a break.
Right, re-entering the scene. So our mission today, it's not just skimming. We want to like mine these sources.
Deep.
Yeah, for those golden nuggets, the stuff that can help you shatter that self-doubt.
And build something real.
Exactly. Forge those genuine connections. We're going to cover, well, everything from managing those internal thoughts, those feelings that hold you back.
The inner critic.
All the way to like practical steps, real world stuff for talking to people, building relationships that actually last.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, let's dive in. So let's start with something maybe familiar. Think about Andrew.
Okay.
He's at this law school internship, right? And he's totally drawn to Kara. You know the type, long dark hair, friendly smile, smart, pretty. And he kind of thought maybe she was into him too.
That little spark.
Right. So he digs deep, finds all his courage, asks her to lunch.
Big step.
Huge.
Yeah.
And she says yes. And for like half a second, pure joy. Wow, that feeling.
But then almost instantly, dread just washes over him.
Oh, no.
As the date gets closer, he's just consumed by it. Self-doubt, nerves, what am I going to talk about? How do I show I like her without being, weird or too much?
Yeah, overthinking spiral.
Totally. What if I say something dumb? Just completely embarrass myself. The anxiety got so huge, he actually made up an excuse.
It canceled.
Canceled the date.
Yeah.
And eventually just gave up on the whole idea of dating her. Does that sound familiar to anyone listening?
Andrew's struggle is such a classic, painful example of dating anxiety. But here's the kicker from our sources. It can go much deeper.
Deeper how?
They introduce us to social anxiety disorder, SAD. And this isn't just being like a little shy.
Right.
It's this persistent, really intense fear of situations where you think you might be scrutinized, judged, leading to this deep fear of being humiliated or embarrassed. And look, it's not rare, not at all.
Yeah, top studies show SAD effects, like up to 1 in 8 people. It's one of the most common psychological challenges out there, especially in the U.S.
Wow, 1 in 8.
So if you feel this way, you are definitely not alone.
And the symptoms, they can be all over the place, right? Like physically.
Oh, yeah. You might get blushing, sweating, heart racing.
That shaky voice.
Exactly, or just trembling. But then there's the internal stuff, those constant worries.
Are they judging me? Did I say something wrong?
Will they reject me? Yeah. And our sources point out whether people can see these symptoms or not.
Right. Sometimes it's all internal.
That intense fear often makes people just avoid social situations entirely, which, just makes the anxiety worse in the long run.
It's a cycle.
A really tough one. And what's really striking about SAD is, well, how long it can last and how much it affects.
How long are we talking?
Our research suggests, on average, over 20 years.
20 years. Wow.
Yeah. And it hits everything. Work performance, friendships, and critically for our topic, your ability to date successfully, find a partner.
That's huge.
It often starts early, too. Childhood, early teens. And it can lead to being less emotionally expressive.
Yeah.
Lower intimacy in relationships.
Harder to connect deeply.
Right, and even expressing more negativity. Sadly, people dealing with SAD are just less likely to date, less likely to marry.
And beyond SAD, the sources mention other related anxieties too, right? Like panic attack?
Yes, exactly. Those sudden, really intense waves of physical symptoms, shortness of breath, pounding heart.
Feeling like you're losing control.
Or even dying.
Yeah.
Terrifying stuff. And then there's generalized anxiety disorder, GAD. That's more like a long-term feeling of restlessness, tension.
Irritability, can't concentrate.
Yeah, that constant hum of worry. And super important note from the sources here.
What's that?
If you're having significant physical symptoms like these, always see a doctor first. Rule out medical causes like thyroid issues or heart conditions.
Good point. Don't just assume it's anxiety.
Right, get checked out. But the main takeaway here, really, is that anxiety exists on this whole spectrum.
From mild jitters to something more diagnosed.
Exactly. And whether you relate more to Andrew's self-doubt or those predate nerves, or maybe you have a diagnosis, the tools we're going to talk about, they're designed to help you fundamentally shift your relationship with that anxiety.
Okay, so it's not just about feeling bad. Anxiety actually shapes how we act in relationships, leading to these unhelpful patterns. What did the sources say about those?
Yeah, absolutely. They highlight these 3 common coping styles, almost like default modes when anxiety kicks in. They call them moving away from others, moving toward others, and moving against others.
Okay, let's unpack those. Moving away.
So for moving away, think about someone like Brad in the sources. When things got serious, he just dropped down emotionally.
Pulled back.
Totally. Found women too needy, craved independence, wouldn't really engage in arguments, just avoidance. Or Chloe, she was warm with friends, even guys she didn't like. The second she liked someone, boom, guarded, cold.
Protecting herself.
Exactly. Deep down, protecting against rejection. But, ironically, that coolness sometimes made her seem more mysterious, attracting people she wasn't interested in. It's a confusing cycle.
Wow, yeah. Okay, what about moving toward others?
Maria's story illustrates this. The classic people pleaser, always trying to make her dates happy, bending over backwards.
Changing plans, giving way more.
Right. And often attracting people who were, frankly, happy to take advantage of that. Her intense need for connection actually fueled her anxiety.
And that constant need for reassurance.
Yeah. Seeking reassurance all the time can feel smothering and push people away. Paradoxical, right?
Definitely. Okay, third one. Moving against others.
Right. Think Dallas. Strong personality. But when she felt hurt or rejected, she'd get aggressive, maybe intimidating.
Like lashing out?
Kinda. Like the time her date canceled, she confronted him directly, like, just tell me if you don't want to see me. It's an attempt to protect her self-worth by staying in control, being in charge.
Feels powerful in the moment, maybe.
For a second, yeah, wards off that insecurity. But it can alienate people and damage relationships she might actually want.
So, take a second, listening. Do any of these patterns, moving away toward or against, do they resonate with you?
Understanding them is key.
Yeah, our sources say it's a critical first step. You start to see the hidden costs of maybe avoiding things or people-pleasing or lashing out. What's really keeping you stuck?
Exactly.
Okay, so we've seen Andrew's anxiety. We've identified these patterns. But how do we actually change that internal experience? Quiet that loud inner critic. Where do the sources point us?
Okay, this is where we get to the core stuff. The foundation, really. Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. We hear that word a lot.
We do.
Yep.
And it's presented here as a central antidote. Basically, it just means connecting with the present moment.
Simple, but not easy.
Right. It's about keeping your attention here now, not endlessly replaying past dates or freaking out about future ones.
So not getting lost in your head. What does that actually look like in practice?
It's about bringing this, like, open, curious, non-judgmental attitude to whatever's happening. The sources have great exercises like mindful breathing.
Okay.
The idea is super simple. Just anchor yourself in right now by noticing your breath, feeling the air come in, go out.
Without trying to change it.
Exactly. And your mind will wander. That's what minds do. The mindfulness part is gently noticing it wandered and kindly bringing your focus back.
So noticing the wandering is the practice.
But it's a huge part of it. And research shows even just 5 minutes a day can seriously reduce anxiety. It can even physically change your brain in ways that help relationships.
Wow. Okay. And related to mindfulness is acceptance, right?
Right.
Accepting difficult feelings.
Yes, they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's so natural to want to just push away bad feelings. Nervousness, frustration, embarrassment.
No.
We just want them gone.
Make it stop. Yeah.
But the sources are clear. Fighting them usually backfires. The more you resist, the stronger they seem to get.
They're trying to hold a beach ball underwater.
Perfect analogy. It just pops back up harder. The alternative is mindful acceptance.
How do you do that? Sounds hard.
You start by just acknowledging the emotion. Gently. Label it. Embarrassment. I feel it in my chest. Notice how strong it is. Maybe rate it 1 to 10.
Okay.
Then, and this is key, you consciously invite a sense of willingness to feel it,
Yeah.
not liking it, just allowing it to be there.
Instead of fighting it.
Right. Notice the urges that come with it, like urge to run away or urge to shut down, and then you just ride out the urge.
Yeah.
Without acting on it.
Trusting it will pass.
Because they do. Feelings are like waves. They rise, they crest, they fall away. When you accept them, they lose so much of their power.
Okay, mindfulness for the present, acceptance for feelings. What about those racing thoughts, the anxiety brain?
Ah, yes. That brings us to cognitive diffusion, another core idea.
Diffusion, like taking it apart.
Kinda. Think of your mind like a thought factory. Or maybe a crazy billboard constantly flashing messages.
Some useful, some not so much.
Exactly. Some terrifying, some just weird. Diffusion is realizing you are the observer of that billboard, not the messages themselves.
You can see the thought, but you don't have to buy it.
Precisely. You see it, you acknowledge it exists, but you don't have to believe it's literally true or let it dictate your actions. It's like watching clouds. You see them, but you don't climb onto every single one.
So I might not be able to stop the anxious thought like she's way out of my league.
Probably not always, no. They pop up.
But I can change how I react to it.
Yes, that's where your power lies.
Yeah.
One technique is called becoming a distant observer. So instead of getting caught in, oh God, my cheeks are bright red, everyone knows I'm embarrassed,
Wow, that feels awful.
you reframe it. Okay, I'm having the thought that it's awful to blush. See the distance?
I'm having the thought that. Okay.
Makes it less overwhelming. Another cool one is thanking your mind.
Thanking it for anxious thoughts.
Yeah, kind of playfully. So a thought pops up. Love will never happen for me. You can mentally reply, thank you, mind, for trying to protect me by telling me that love will never happen. It acknowledges the thought's protective intent, even if the message isn't helpful, without getting sucked into believing it.
These seem super helpful for those common worries like anxiety about your appearance, that social appearance anxiety.
Which often makes you see flaws others don't even notice. Yeah.
And for the constant rumination on the past or worry about the future, these tools help you focus on what you can control.
Exactly. Your actions, your values, versus stuff you can't, like what someone else is thinking or what happened last week. It's that serenity prayer wisdom, really.
It really is. And does this help with intimacy anxiety too?
Definitely. Shyness can actually dampen arousal and enjoyment. Mindfulness helps you stay in the moment, more aware of your own sensations, your desires, your partner's signals.
Instead of being stuck in your head worrying.
Exactly. Less worry, more connection.
Okay, so we've worked on the internal stuff. Now time for action, right? The sources talk about translating this into real-world dating skills. And they say mishaps are normal.
Totally normal. Everyone has awkward dating moments. The key isn't perfection. It's genuine, brave engagement. Showing up.
Showing up, I like that. So where do you start? Initiating contact feels like a huge hurdle.
It is for many. Let's talk about Cameron's story from the sources. Divorced dad, mid-40s, dating felt terrifying.
Understandable.
But he made this decision. His mantra became, I refuse to let anxiety stop me from doing what's meaningful in my life.
Power force, yeah.
Yeah. So he set this goal. Initiate contact, just brief contact with 1 to 3 new women every single day.
Wow, daily.
Daily. Not to get dates necessarily, but just to practice. Smile and say hi at the coffee shop, quick chat in the elevator, comment on something at the gym.
Small interactions.
Tiny, brave steps. He focused on using his strengths, like his humor. And over time, he got way better at reading if someone was receptive. And that fear of rejection, it just shrank.
Because he faced it.
He faced it. And he realized, hey, they might like me, they might not, but either way, I'd rather they know the real me.
That's huge progress. So for listeners, what are some simple ways they can practice making contact?
The sources give really concrete, low-stakes examples, like just make eye contact and smile at 3 people today. Say hello to the cashier or someone in line.
Okay.
See someone with a cute dog. Ask if you can pet it. Strike up a short conversation with the barista. Little things.
Building that muscle.
Exactly. Small wins build confidence. Then there's being receptive without being overeager. Melinda's story highlights this.
What happened with her?
Her anxiety made her come on too strong, too fast. She got super interested right away, and it often pushed guys away.
Oh, yeah, that can happen.
By learning to tolerate that initial uncertainty, dialing back the intensity a bit, she gained confidence. Dating became more of a two-way street. She could gauge their interest, relax more.
Makes sense. Okay, so you've made contact, maybe you're on a date. How do you actually engage?
Great question. The sources point to a few key things. First, humor and playfulness.
Lighten things up.
Yeah. Studies show men like women who laugh at their jokes. Women like men who make them laugh. It's basic connection. Mindfulness helps you spot those chances to be lighthearted.
Okay, what else?
Second, responding empathetically. Think how good it feels when someone really gets you.
Oh, the best feeling.
Right, so when your date shares something, like Braden's ski stories, Claudia saying, that must have been so fun, or Manuel responding to Sonia's stressful roommate situation with, that must have been stressful, that creates a powerful bond.
Feeling heard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And third, offering personal disclosure. This isn't oversharing. It's genuinely sharing your thoughts and feelings about what they're saying, showing how you relate.
So if they say something impressive, say so.
Yeah. Or if you have a slightly different perspective, share it respectfully. Don't hide your intelligence or insights because you're afraid of rejection. The right person will appreciate it.
That's a good point. Don't dim your light.
Definitely not. And another thing anxious people do, they tend to filter out positives.
Like only focusing on the awkward pause, not the good conversation before it.
Precisely. It's an unconscious habit. Mindfulness helps you actively notice and savor the good bits. And interestingly, that actually makes you more resilient to stress later on.
Huh. Okay. And finally, working through that intimacy anxiety we mentioned.
Yeah, if you feel that urge to pull away when things get closer, the advice is to challenge it. Stay present. Tune into your actual feelings for the person, rather than letting anxiety make the decision for you.
Got it. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Beyond just managing anxiety in dating situations, what about building a life that feels, full and meaningful overall?
That's a fantastic question, and it leads us to Jonah's story in the sources. He was super focused on his career, right?
Yeah.
But he realized that intense focus, it was partly a way to avoid dealing with his shyness. He was missing out on balance on other parts of a meaningful life.
Oof, that hits home for probably a lot of people.
It raises that question for you, the listener. Are you letting anxiety call the shots in your life instead of actively pursuing what genuinely matters to you?
So how do you figure that out? What does matter?
This brings us to a really central idea in ACT acceptance and commitment therapy, which is living a valued life. It's about consciously connecting with what you most deeply care about, your core values, and then making sure your actions line up with them.
Moving towards what's important.
Exactly. The sources have this lovely exercise called finding the sweet spot.
Sweet spot. Tell me more.
You think back to a time, any time, when you felt truly alive, effortless, like you just knew where you belonged. Could be recent, could be ages ago, big or small.
Okay, got a memory.
Good. Now, in a quiet moment, you bring that memory vividly to mind. Notice the sights, sounds, smells, feelings, and you let your awareness just kind of pour into that past version of yourself.
What does that do?
It's not just reminiscing. It helps you connect with those positive states, those moments of flow, and identify what values were present then, what truly lights you up beyond just abstract words.
Connecting values to actual lived experience.
Precisely. And you can do this across different areas of life, including figuring out what you truly value in intimate relationships. Yeah. What inspires you? What kind of connection do you want to build?
That feels like a much more solid foundation for dating.
It is. And once you're clearer on your own values, that helps immensely with partner preferences.
Knowing what you're looking for.
Beyond the superficial stuff, yeah. The sources suggest looking for traits that align with values. Is this person considerate? How do they treat others? Do they have meaning in their own life? Do they express care? Can they accept themselves?
Good questions to ask.
Yeah. And there's even an exercise mentioned, creating your relationship inventory. It helps you list traits you value, but also reflect on what you bring to the table.
Building your own confidence, too.
Absolutely. Recognizing your own value.
Okay, so we've done the internal work, identified values. Now it's really about taking the plunge, right? Action.
Yes. This is where the rubber meets the road. And a key concept here is feelings follow actions.
Don't wait to feel ready.
Exactly. Don't wait for the anxiety to disappear or to feel perfectly confident. Take small, value-driven steps, and the confidence often comes after the action, not before.
That's counterintuitive, but powerful. Right. So how do you structure that action?
Research strongly supports setting goals and specific steps. Actually, write them down.
Makes it real.
It does. And sharing them with a supportive friend. That significantly boosts your chances of actually doing it.
Accountability, buddy.
Yep. And the goals can be varied. Join a sports team, try online dating, take a class, volunteer, go to that party. Even if you only stay an hour, make it a goal to talk to one new person.
Lots of options. The point is to do something.
Start somewhere.
Yeah.
But we also need to prepare for setbacks because dating involves rejection sometimes. It just does.
Yeah. How do you prepare for that?
The sources suggest the worst-case scenario exercise.
Sounds scary.
A little, but it's helpful. Imagine your dating nightmare. What is it? A date laughs at you, you get ghosted, you have a super awkward encounter.
Okay, I can picture it.
Now, the crucial part.
Huh.
Focus on how you would cope if that actually happened. What would you do? Who would you talk to? How would you take care of yourself?
So it's about building resilience before it happens.
Exactly. It takes the sting out of it, makes it less terrifying. It helps you give yourself permission to fail sometimes, to be rejected, and see it as part of learning and growing. Maybe adopt a little mantra.
Like what?
Like, my mission is to try this, do my best, and be kind to myself no matter what happens.
I like that. Be kind to yourself.
Super important. And relate to that. Remember how anxious people tend to downplay positive experiences?
Yeah, filtering out the good stuff.
Mindfulness helps here too. There's an exercise called sensual awareness, basically. Pausing to really savor positive sensory things. The taste of your coffee, the warmth of the sun, the sound of music you love.
Taking it in full.
Yes. And intentionally noticing positive emotions and thoughts when they happen. Lingering on them for a few seconds. This actually builds self-esteem and well-being over time.
So actively practice noticing the good.
You got it.
Okay, inevitably in dating, sometimes things don't work out. Rejection happens, breakups happen. How do you handle rejection or unreciprocated feelings?
Yeah, it's tough, but unavoidable. The advice is to first, fortify yourself. Remind yourself of your strengths, your positive qualities.
Self-compassion again.
Absolutely. Recommit to your values, what's important to you beyond this one person. And crucially, remind yourself that one rejection is just one data point. It doesn't define your entire story or your chances of finding love.
It's part of the process, not the final verdict.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, flipping it around, what about when you need to break up with someone? This can be incredibly hard, especially if you're shy or avoid conflict.
Oh, yeah, the guilt, the awkwardness.
Huge. But the source is stress. Staying in a relationship that isn't right just makes the anxiety worse for everyone in the long run.
True. So what's the best way? Not ghosting, I hope.
Definitely not ghosting. The sources are really clear. Ghosting is the worst. It reinforces your own avoidance, and it's just deeply unkind.
Okay, so what then?
The best approach is direct, honest, and kind. A real conversation. It doesn't have to be long or dramatic.
Can you give an example?
Sure, something like, I've really enjoyed getting to know you, but I've realized that I don't see this progressing into the kind of relationship I'm looking for. Or, I value the time we've spent, but I don't think we're the right fit romantically.
Clear, kind, direct.
Exactly. It might feel hard in the moment, but it's ultimately more respectful to both of you. It's treating them how you'd want to be treated.
Okay, important skill. Now, what about conflict within a relationship you want to keep? Anxious people often withdraw, right?
Big time. Avoidance is a go-to, but the sources emphasize avoiding problems is toxic for relationships. They don't just disappear.
They usually get bigger.
They fester. So the key is learning proactive ways to handle conflict.
Like what?
Bring things up directly, but gently. Focus on the issue or your feeling, not blaming them. Use "I feel" statements.
Okay.
Use mindfulness to notice that urge to just shut down or run away, and maybe don't act on it immediately. Really try to hear your partner out.
Listen actively.
Yes, and validate their perspective, even if you don't agree. Okay, I can see why you might feel that way. Try to figure out together what triggers defensiveness in each of you.
Understanding the dynamic.
And then brainstorm solutions together. It's about teamwork, not winning an argument. This builds such a healthier foundation.
That sounds much more productive. And finally, what about just keeping things good day to day, bringing positivity?
Yeah, and this isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about actively nurturing the positive side.
How so?
It means consciously accepting your partner, flaws and all. Resisting constant criticism. Making a point to regularly offer genuine compliments or appreciation.
Noticing the good things they do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about positive experiences you share. Making time for fun activities together. And fundamentally, our sources say the most crucial element is consistent emotional support. Being there for each other.
That really grounds the relationship.
It's the glue.
Wow. We've covered so much ground. You've really taken us on this deep dive from understanding where dating anxiety comes from, those tricky coping styles.
All the way to mindfulness, acceptance.
Yeah, and those core strategies, plus the practical steps, the skills you can actually practice.
Living by your values.
Right. It feels like the big message is shyness, anxiety.
Hmm.
They don't have to be a life sense of isolation. You actually have the tools now.
You absolutely do. Tools to change your relationship with those feelings and to move forward anyway.
Our sources really reaffirm that core message, don't they? By focusing on what matters to you, your values.
Getting comfortable in your own skin.
And actually using these strategies, you can break free from anxiety's grip. You get to choose your actions based on your values, not just react out of fear.
It's about reclaiming your agency, choosing the life you want.
So dating, it really is about opening up, isn't it? Being vulnerable, sharing who you are.
That's the heart of it.
And you, listening, you now have these skills to stay present, to engage authentically, to really feel the joy that relationships can bring. And just remember, love isn't just for some lucky few. Love is absolutely for you.
It really is.
So maybe, just maybe, take that first small step today.